Hi Sullivan students and families, it's Miss Birgit again with another emotion of the week. This week's feeling is a feeling of reflective, which is a green zone emotion. When we're feeling reflective, we're kind of quietly thinking about the experiences we've had, the relationships we've made and we've developed, and all of how all of that has changed us. And it's natural, I think, to feel reflective when we come to the end of something and we're coming to the end of another school year. So to think back on the experiences we've had on our own as well as we've shared with others is something that we oftentimes do when we get to June. And so the book I have to share with you today is called 100 Billion Trillion Stars. And I love this book because it helps us take just a different perspective in that feeling of feeling reflective and where we fit into the larger scheme of things. 100 Billion Trillion Stars. It's written by Seth Fishman and it's illustrated by Isabel Greenberg. I hope you enjoy. Let me tell you a secret. The sun is just a star. And there are maybe 100 billion trillion. Stars. Circling around our star is a planet that is blue and green. Blue because it's covered by 370 billion gallons of water. Green because it's covered by 3 trillion trees. On the other side of the planet, where the sun isn't shining, you can see bright lights like little stars all over its surface. Those are the lights that come from 2,500,000 cities and towns and villages filled with people. Some even reading books, just like you. $7,500,000,000 people live in those cities and on that planet. But do you want to know another secret? So do 10 quadrillion ants. The strange thing is that 7,500,000,000 humans weigh about the same as 10 quadrillion ants. Which is still only a small fraction of the 13 million billion pounds the planet itself weighs. That's heavy enough to make a big dip in space and pull the moon into orbit, where it circles and circles the Earth 240,000 miles away. This dip is a force called gravity. Gravity is also what pulls you back to the ground when you try to jump to the moon. 140,000 miles is about 10 times around the Earth, or almost 420 million U's. Or dogs, or smallish snakes, or guitars, or baseball bats, lined up head to foot. Now, take a deep breath and hold it for 5 seconds. Just do that another 6,307,200 times, and you'll be a year older. Or don't. You'll be a year older in 31,536,000 seconds anyway. This entire world is filled with crazy numbers, built one on top of the other, making it whole and complete. There are about 1,620 trillion raindrops in an average thunderstorm. The highest wave ever surfed was as tall as a 10-story building. The average person walks something like 100,000 miles in their lifetime, or 5 times around the world. A great white shark has about 300 teeth. You have 20, but you will have 32 when you get older. Only 546 people have been in space. The longest a person has spent in space at one time is 437 days. There are probably at least 37 billion rabbits in the world. In the course of an average lifetime, you might eat up to 70 pounds of bugs or more. The tallest building in the world is 2,722 feet tall. It is in Dubai. By the time you're done reading this book, almost every single number in it will have changed, getting bigger or smaller, right before your eyes. Even the number of stars. I can tell you one more secret about something you can find somewhere among the 100 billion trillion stars. There's only one of you, right here, right now, reading this book. And that is the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gives you more to reflect on in terms of how small sometimes we feel, but also how unique each of us is, how important each of us is, how we impact those around us, how the ways in which we learn and grow, the choices that we make, the impact that we have is important. So thank you for an incredible year. It's been a year that's been full of things that we didn't plan for, and yet we've managed to continue to be one collective community, and I appreciate that and appreciate all of you. So take care and see you next time.